Oh shit, motherfucker.
I got that California.
Now this video had to be done, and it's because something has been weighing on my mind when I first watched the latest Dragon Ball Super episode. And I won't lie, I watched it a couple of times after, something I actually rarely do with Dragon Ball Super. So, is this fight the greatest Dragon Ball fight ever? But before I get into that, we have to mention why this fight is so great, and why it might be even better than the first Jiren vs Goku fight. So what makes a second fight superior? And mind you, that doesn't mean the first fight is any less. In fact, the first Ultra Instinct fight will always be one of the top fights in Dragon Ball Super regardless, simply because it showcased the first legit transformation in Dragon Ball Super, in my own opinion. Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Red does not compare whatsoever. And this is something that Dragon Ball Super has been struggling for so long. Dragon Ball Super has been operating on the sense that, oh, these characters are very strong, these characters have so much power and they have so much stuff, but they don't really show us what these characters can display. Yes, we do know that Goku is strong, we do know that Vegeta is also strong, but they don't really show us when they fight how they progressed. We don't know the concept of what it means to be stronger. Yes, the characters do tell us that they're faster, but the animation, the way that the script is written, it doesn't really allude that the characters are faster than before. You always see the characters move in the same speed ever since Dragon Ball Z. So this is a common problem with Dragon Ball ever since back in the day. But in this fight, they gave us something that actually separates this fight from all the other fights. And that's called the aesthetics. You can tell how strong Goku and Jiren are, not by what Beerus told you, not by what Whis or any other fighters told you so. You can tell by the way the animation portrayed their powers. For example, this scene right here, although the animation was reused a couple times in this episode, the way they handled the fight between Goku and Jiren, it felt like they went a little bit old school with how they show you the martial arts and how they show you Goku and Jiren's fighting techniques. That yes, even though they're the two strongest fighters in the tournament, they still rely on skill and fighting technique. And that's one of the things that I really like about Dragon Ball, because although I give Super a lot of stick for dropping the ball when it comes to story elements, they do exceptional work with how they do some fights. They're not afraid to try new things, copy old stuff, and pay homages. This scene right here, this badass scene right here, can anyone tell me where this is from? If you're a true Dragon Ball fan, you will know that this scene is a copy from Fusion Reborn movie when Gogeta first got introduced. And I think this here actually takes this to another step. It's just not that they're paying homage or they're copying Fusion Reborn, but they're doing something unique with how Goku mastered Ultra Instinct. The first thing he does, he absorbs Jiren's attack. He condenses that attack into a single ball in his palm, and he just simply crushes it, which is one of the most badass scenes in Dragon Ball Super, to be honest. But not only that, he walks towards Jiren as he's transforming, dodging his attack, and in blitz, like faster than the speed of light, like just millions of times faster than the speed of light, just hits Jiren with multiple attacks while he's just standing, which also reminds me of Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 in Dragon Ball GT. So a lot of Gogeta parallels here. So I don't know what the animators were doing, but clearly they were drawing inspiration from Gogeta himself. But not only that, one of the things that Dragon Ball Super got over in terms of fighting, because I'm talking this is about fighting. This is not about story elements. It's not about character development. If I'm talking about story elements, character development, I have a lot to say about Dragon Ball Super, because they don't do a lot of good stuff when it comes to, honestly, story elements. But in the context of fighting, this is what I'm focusing on. They did so much well, especially with how the fight develops and how the fight flows. Usually in the past, when characters used to fight, they used to stop in mid-fighting just to talk. But here the fights are more fluid because the characters tend to do different kinds of things, different kind of moves, and it does make sense. Like, why wouldn't Goku do a Kamehameha while he's moving? Why doesn't he have to always stop say the attack, and the character has to stop and wait for him to do that attack. In Dragon Ball Super, when Goku does a Kamehameha, different bunch of stuff he does. He does instant transmission, he goes from left to right, teleports throughout the arena, tries to fake out Jiren. So this is the kind of things that I like about Dragon Ball Super. And that's what I mean by aesthetics, because although the fights in Dragon Ball Super are really beautiful and they have more creativity and they take more liberty with changing some of the things in Dragon Ball Z, it's still not as impactful than Dragon Ball Z because of the emotion and characterization in Dragon Ball Z. But again, that's something else. I'm talking about aesthetics. So when it comes to aesthetics, this episode in particular has one of the best fights in Dragon Ball in terms of how it looks. Because, like I said, even though it's aesthetically pleasing, there's also the respect moments, and not just from Vegeta, because we have seen that from Vegeta, but also the gods themselves, they respected Goku. They all stood up to signify the fact that yes, Goku indeed did step to that realm. Goku is 100%, in my own opinion, I think he is God of Destruction level, but also not just God of Destruction level, but I think he surpasses the gods himself. Like, there has been many speculation whether the other gods can go to Ultra Instinct, but it seems that all the other gods have some experience with it, but Goku seems to have mastered it. Not just mastered it in such a short time. Let's not forget, Goku is a mere mortal. He does not live for millions of years. The fact that he could master Ultra Instinct in such a short amount of time. So yeah, these are my thoughts regarding the epic battle between Jiren and Goku. But also, before I close this video, I really want to say one more additional thing. And the fact that we have seen so many characters on the sideline just repeating the most obvious things, like just Krillin saying some obvious stuff and Tien reiterating the things that we are seeing, and Beerus just replies by just shut up. That was one of the most satisfying moments in the episode, honestly. But yeah, overall, I did really enjoy the episode, and I really did like the fight. But what I really want to know, guys, is what did you guys think? Do you guys think this is the greatest fight in Dragon Ball? Do you guys think there are other fights in Dragon Ball Z that top this fight? Please let me know down in the comment section down below. But before I end this video, I just want to say one last thing, is that I really appreciate everyone on Twitter who has been supporting me and sending me the nicest things ever. You guys have been really motivating me to get back to work and do more videos for you guys. I'm really lucky to have fans like you guys, and I really do appreciate all the things you guys write for me. And I really appreciate all the support you guys showed me on YouTube a few days ago when I announced that I'm coming back. I honestly read every comment, and I realized how lucky I am. You guys are seriously awesome, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. So please like the video, comment, and subscribe. Peace.